Well, it was apparent that you guys did found the previous Floor 2 video interesting, so why not visit the game once again, but this time with some developer tools equipped to check out Floor 2 at a closer angle. Essentially, this is going to be behind the scenes of Doors Floor 2 made by Dreamy. So let's get 9,000 likes and I'll convince the developer to let us play the whole game early. Alright guys, so we're back into the lobby of Floors 2, and there's a couple more things that we have noticed that we didn't even talk about in the previous video. I'm pretty sure most of you guys already know about the mystery meat that's been popping up within the Doors Hotel. Well, we actually do have small piles of mystery meat within the lobby as well. Granted, it doesn't look like there's any flies swarming around these ones compared to the hotel version, but there's still that question as to why they're even here in the first place. But of course, let's try and figure out exactly what's on the other side of this giant fence. In the regular hotel lobby, the front entrance does contain a bridge with some mystical forces that are carrying the bridge apart. But as you can see here, we can notice a couple sparkles coming through the door, which kind of resembles that of guiding light. Well, with our free cam enabled, let's go on the other side of this door and see what happens. Okay! Other side of the door, and we do got another floating bridge once again. So the mystery has been solved in front of this metallic door. I will say this bridge is definitely a lot more of higher quality compared to the Doors version. I mean, the Doors version was made out of just wood, but this one seems to be made of stone slabs instead. Not to mention the rock style background, which does resemble that of a cave. I mean, it makes sense, right? Floor 2, we're going underground here. Now, I do find these sparkles pretty interesting though. It's kind of like these mystical powers are being controlled by the guiding light entity itself. But of course, we do have another major mystery within this Floor 2 lobby. And obviously that is going to be the Seek eyes behind this barricaded door. I mean, we have explained in the past that this was a direct reference to that same styled secret within the regular Doors lobby. Except in the regular Doors lobby, we actually had a hidden door all the way in the back. Are we going to have that same hidden door in this one? Well, let's find out. Alright, well, there we go. Let's see what's through this barricade over here. And we got a ton of eyes. Oh my god. We got way more eyes than I actually thought that we had. I mean, through this slit, you would think that there was only going to be like 3 or 4 eyes, but apparently we got a total of 8 eyes suspended in mid-air. And if we go even further back, it doesn't seem like there's a secret door back here, just like in the regular Doors game. Though I will say there's a lot of mystery meat being trapped up in this room. It's kind of like Floor 2 is implying that Seek must have something to do with all of this mystery meat. I mean, you never know, man. Maybe the guy's gotta eat or something. But you also do have this big long structure right outside of the barricaded door, too. But not going to lie, guys, it is pretty cool to finally be able to go back here in order to see for ourselves. And of course, that leaves us with one last major mystery within the lobby, and that is, behind this door, you do have the FNAF ambient sound being played. I mean, you guys can hear it loud as day, especially if you stand right next to the door right here. Of course, it is another direct reference to the regular Doors lobby, as there is a door right past the donation leaderboard that has the same sound playing. Except in the past, we did showcase that there was nothing really behind that door. Maybe there might be something behind this one though, you really never know. Well, of course, there's only one way to find out, so here we go, boys. Okay, literally nothing behind this door once again. We got trolled twice by 2 developers. Now, I'm not saying that we're supposed to be seeing a Freddy jump scare on the other side of this door, but it would have been cool to see at least some type of a secret room back there. As for the first room within Floor 2, there's not really a whole lot in order to explore, especially since this whole area is pretty much already open. Though I will say there might be something pretty majestical that's going to be on the other side of this wall. And on the previous video, we did talk about these specific rooms with those weird green slime on top of them. Well, a bunch of you in the comments actually pointed out that this is supposed to be an unfinished room. And we just fell off the platform like a freaking idiot. That's great. Wow, that's actually pretty interesting. Is that like Floor 2's version of Void? We didn't even take any damage from that, but that was like the same sound effect that they used in the regular game. Also, we never got a chance to saw Floor 2's version of what hide may actually be, so let's stay in the closet right here and see what happens.
20 minutes later.
Yeah, nothing really happened after staying in there for about a minute. That's pretty strange. That was stupid close right there, oh my god. As for this entity, I bet a lot of you guys have also been wondering exactly what this entity is saying. Well, let's take a listen. It did kind of say like it was saying something if we replay the sound, but it is pretty interesting that the sound of the entity is basically just wind being played from a natural environment. And there he goes, he just disappears when you open the door. Oh, we gotta hide. And also, I bet you guys also found it interesting that Rush looks a lot more different in this version of Doors as well. It's kind of like something happened to Rush in Floor 2, which we're not sure exactly what happened because there's not really much context to the game. And as for the sink chase itself, it is completely different as well. Especially within this room with all the fire going on in the hands as well. For some reason, you got a little spot with guiding light in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's supposed to be apparent because the guiding light here is supposed to show players exactly where to go along the path. Makes sense, right? It's pretty much his job at this point. I mean, we can notice that Seek does spawn underneath the map prior to being loaded in, which is the same exact concept that the regular game of Doors does when gearing up for the Seek chase sequence. And when it comes to the Floor 2 Seek model itself, it does seem a bit different compared to the Doors version. A side-by-side comparison of both Seeks does confirm this suspicion, as the Doors Seek on the left is a lot smaller, leaner, and less intimidating with its pool size compared to Floor 2's version of Seek, which is larger, fatter, and the puddle size was honestly massive compared to its counterpart. Both Seek chases are also very different, not only in visuals and mechanics, but in length they seem to be different as well. Especially since Floor 2 version of the chase does seem to be considerably shorter compared to the regular game. Of course, that would make sense, because the developers of Floor 2 did state that the game is not even close to being finished, as it's currently only open to content creators and alpha build testers. We're not exactly sure when Floor 2 would be open for the public, but hopefully soon. All in all, Floor 2 definitely has quite a bit of secrets compared to the regular version of Doors. But if you guys like this video, let's get 9,000 likes, and again, I'm going to convince the developer to let us play the full game.